Hello friends, welcome to our series of government schemes which we started from the perspective of UPSC prelims. These are certain very important points that we are going to discuss in this series. Today we will be discussing various schemes which are being launched by Ministry of Powers, which are related with the power. So let's have a brief look at all these schemes, what they make to say. First scheme that we are going to discuss is Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana. It is also called as Uday Yojana. Many a time UPSC interview panelists will ask you questions on Uday Yojana if you belong to power engineering or you belong to electronics and telecommunication engineering or your electrical engineering. In that case, they might use this word of a Uday Yojana. What it says? Before that, this is a scheme basically related to Discom companies. Now, what is meaning of Discom companies? Discom companies are power distribution companies. As you must have seen, almost there is proper division of all the companies which are related to the power sector. So, Discom companies are power distribution companies which have been given the function to distribute power throughout the state. So, the scheme is related with the Discom companies, that is power distribution companies. We are using this word Discom time and again in this particular lecture. Now, what is the objective of this scheme? We are going to discuss these things in a simple manner. First objective is to improve the financial health of these distribution companies. Second objective is to improve their operational efficiencies of these companies. So, these are two basic objectives. Financial health, why? Because these companies are continuously in losses. Operational efficiency, why? Because the companies are in losses due to poor operational network, poor recovery of the bills, and most importantly lack of their technicalities, which is leading to losses in these companies. So the objective of this scheme is to improve financial health of these companies, also to improve operational efficiency of India's all power distribution companies, that is Discoms. This is the short term or medium term objective, but the long term objective is to provide affordable and accessible 24/7 power for all. This is the most important objective. I repeat once again, in long term, the objective of Uday scheme is to provide affordable and accessible 24/7 power for all is the most important objective of this particular scheme. What are the features? So, it aims at providing a revival package. So, it aims at having financial turnaround, that is making a complete overhaul, making a complete change in the basics of the company, in financial structure of the company and financial working of the company, that is overhauling the company, making financial turnaround and providing a revival package for electricity distribution companies, and also to find a permanent solution to the financial crisis of these companies. Why? It has been seen that power distribution companies in almost all these states are continuously in loss. So why they are in loss and how to have a permanent solution to the losses, to the financial crisis of these power distribution companies is the second important feature of this Uday scheme. Also, it aims to reduce various kinds of burdens on these Discoms. The burdens are reducing. First, it is about reducing interest rate. Second, it talks about reducing the cost of power. Third, it talks about reducing the power losses in distribution, the most important losses of the company, and most importantly, fourth one, to improve operational efficiencies of the distribution companies. I repeat once again, to reducing interest burden, to reducing cost of the power, to reducing losses in distribution, and fourth one, working on the operational efficiencies of the distribution companies is the most important objective of this scheme. Here, in this case, the companies which are in loss, how to have financial turnaround of these companies, how to overhaul their financial structure and how to bring them at a normal level. For this, first objective was state government will take almost 75% of the debt of these distribution companies. It means the debt shall be transferred in the names of the state government to which these distribution companies belong, and the government will pay back these lenders by selling bonds. See how it works. Let us say this is a company. Now this company has a loan of, let us say, 100 rupees. Now this loan is in the name of this company, so this loan shall be transferred in the name of, let us say, Maharashtra government, right? Now this 75 rupees loan has been transferred in the name of Maharashtra government. Now Maharashtra government will give bonds to this company of how many rupees? 75 rupees. It means this company has the right to sell the bonds issued by Maharashtra government and to recover their loan. Here Maharashtra government will bear the cost of this 75 rupees of the loan which is there in the name of the company. So here state government will take 75% of the debt of distribution companies and will pay back lenders by selling bonds. Remaining 25% of the debt on the distribution companies will be recovered by issuing bonds by all these distribution companies. Here I want to make one thing very clear. What is bond? So bond is nothing but a debt instrument. I repeat once again, bond is a debt instrument through which we can raise money into the financial market. So remember, bond is a debt instrument through which we can raise money into the market. Here this scheme has an ambitious target. It says that it wants to make all state distribution companies profitable by 2018-19, though it is not easily achievable, but it is the ambitious target of this company to make all distribution companies profitable by 2018 and 19. Now the profitability of these distribution companies will be measured on two important indicators. The indicators will be reduction of A, T and C losses to 15% by 2018-19. These losses are nothing but aggregate technical and commercial losses. I repeat once again, what is the full form of this loss? It is aggregate technical and commercial losses. Technical losses, losses which are being occurred to a company due to lack of or poor operational efficiency and also lack of recovery of bill from the consumers as well as all other distributors is about commercial losses. So it is aggregate technical and commercial losses. So first indicator says that the aggregate technical and commercial losses of the companies should be reduced to 15% by 2018-19. Remember this thing, A, T and C stands for aggregate technical and commercial losses. Also there must be a reduction in the gap between the average cost of supply and average revenue realized. It means if you are spending 10 rupees on supplying electricity and you are getting just only 5 rupees in terms of revenue, so this is a loss of almost 5 rupees and it is a gap of 5 rupees between average cost of supply and average revenue realized. So this scheme says that this particular gap between average cost of supply and average revenue realized should be reduced to 0 by 2018-19. This is the most important dimension. So the ambitious target of Uday Yojana is to make all state distribution companies profitable by 2018-19, and this profitability of the company shall be counted on two indicators. First, reducing aggregate technical and commercial losses to 15% and reducing the gap between the cost of supply and the revenue realized to 0 by 2018-19. For achieving this ambitious target, 4 initiatives were started. First initiative was to improve operational efficiencies of the distribution companies, reducing the cost of power. Third, reducing the interest cost of distribution companies, and fourth one was enforcing financial discipline in the distribution companies through alignment with the state finances. So these are the 4 important initiatives which were started to bring distribution companies in profitable state by the year 2018-19. UPSC will ask you which 4 initiatives were started to bring distribution companies in profit under Uday Yojana. So first, it is about operational efficiencies. Second, it is about cost of power. Third, it is about interest cost, and fourth, it is about financial discipline. So these 4 words are key words in the Uday Yojana. Now what it says, it talks about 2 important things. First, the debt taken by state in above cases, that is the 75% debt taken by the state in above cases will not be counted in the fiscal deficit of states for the purpose of FRBM Act for the year 2015-16 and 16-17. Now what this FRBM Act says? FRBM Act says that deficits of the states should be reduced. Now deficit of the state should be reduced means the borrowing of the state should be reduced. Borrowing of the state should reduce means states will have lower debt, right? States will have lower debt. Now, if states are taking almost 75% of debt of that distribution company, it means this is ultimately going to increase debt upon the company, and it will breach the FRBM targets for the year. So, here it says that the 75% debt taken by the state government of distribution companies will not be counted into the deficit or debt character of the FRBM Act for the year 2015-16 and 2016-17. This point you can put in your economics answer regarding FRBM Act. Also, states will issue non-SLR including state development loan bonds. It means the state development loan bonds will not be counted into the SLR feature of the banks. What is SLR? SLR stands for statutory liquidity ratio. What is statutory liquidity ratio? Every bank must keep some amount of deposits with itself in the form of liquid asset like gold, like foreign currency, like government bonds, or like other RBI nominated bond. So, this shall be the statutory liquidity ratio. But what this scheme says, it says the state will be issue certain non-SLR bonds. It means the state development bonds which are being issued to pay the debt of distribution companies will not come in the SLR of these companies. It shall be issued by the state in the market or will be given directly to the bank, either in the market or will be given directly to the bank and financial institutions holding distribution companies debt to an appropriate extent. Means those banks and financial companies or financial institutions which have given loan to distribution companies can purchase these state development bonds, loan bonds from various state governments. The only thing is that these state development loan bonds will not be counted in the SLR of banks. So, these 2 points are very, very important from prelims point of view. Now, what it says those distribution companies debt which is not taken over by the state, this debt shall be converted by banks and financial institutions into loans or bond and will again be opened into the market. Means those states which are not in a position to overtake the debt of distribution companies may refuse to take this debt, and the debt which is being given by banks and financial institutions to the distribution companies, this can be converted into loans and bonds. 27 states have joined this particular scheme. First thing, Odisha and West Bengal did not join this particular scheme. Odisha earlier joined this scheme, but again they exited from this scheme. The scheme's availability period has expired on 31st of March 2017. See, schemes working has not expired. Only the facility to join this particular scheme has expired on 31st of March 2017. This is the basic idea. It was first scheme. Now, let us start with the second scheme. First, we have seen, I will just repeat the name of the scheme. Sorry, it is Ujjwal Distribution Companies Assurance Yojana, that is, it is Uday Yojana. Now, we are going to study next scheme, that is Aditya Yojana. Now, what is Aditya Yojana? It stands for Atal Distribution System Improvement Yojana. Full form is important. I repeat once again, Aditya Yojana stands for Atal Distribution System Improvement Yojana. Basically, it is a subset of Uday Yojana. So, it is Atal Distribution System Improvement Yojana. Let's see what it says. First thing, this Atal Yojana is a extension of Uday scheme. First case. Second, here state, what is the objective? State should approve a roadmap to make distribution companies viable or profitable by switching to prepaid smart meters within 3 years time period and also clearing previous dues. So, this particular scheme, that is Aditya Yojana, has 3 important components. First component, it is extension of Uday scheme. Second, it is a roadmap to make distribution companies viable or profitable. Third, it says that government should switch or distribution companies should switch to prepaid smart meters, where you can prepaid your electronic meters previously, and then you can use the electricity. And fourth, it says that all previous dues should be cleared. So this was basically about, again, distribution company. Here it has been seen that the states with more than 18% of aggregate technical and commercial losses, here A, T and C, here states with more than 18% aggregate technical and commercial losses can opt for an infrastructure support reform package. I repeat once again, under this scheme, an infrastructure support reform package will be provided to the states who are having more than 18% of aggregate technical and commercial losses. It has been seen that some of the states are recording power distribution losses which are as high as 15%. This is a cause of worry. This point you can put in your essay, or you can use this point in your general studies paper 3. This is important factual data which you can use in your answer. Some of the states are recording power distribution losses as high as 50%. Thank you very much. Soon we will come with the new scheme. Thank you.